making one of my all-time specialties and all-time favorites. We're making spring rolls. So here are the ingredients we have here. I have some minced garlic, also some of these vermicelli, thin vermicelli. This is the package that I got, and I used 2 of the bulbs that were in here. Also used dried fungus, which we already soaked in water, and this is what I used, part of the package. Also soaked this in hot water as well, and just strained it. I have some minced onions as well. I have here about close to 2 pounds of lean pork and ground chicken as well. I have some pepper, ground pepper, some brown sugar, carrot, 2 eggs. I have some cabbage here, and for the sauces we have fish sauce, we have oyster sauce, soy sauce, and sweet Thai chili. Alright, and also for the wrappers, I like to use these spring home wrappers, and I'm going to make approximately 20 to 40 of them. We got 2 packages of it. I'm going to start by preparing all the veggies in a really big mixing bowl. So we're going to start with preparing all the veggies. I'm going to put in these noodles, but first I just want to chop it up a little bit so that it's not too long. Just go over like that, and then this way, and then it should be good. Prepare all the vegetables first, or everything except for the meat. And then I'm going to put in these dried fungus. I know fungus sounds gross, but it's like, I think it's a type of mushroom. Do the same thing, maybe a few more times. There we go. Put it in the mix. So these are the garlic. I'm gonna put in the onions. And now I'm using this Madeline here. You can find these usually in the Asian store, like T&T and whatnot. They have these, and they're great for slicing the veggies. So I already washed and cut these carrots. You can take a closer look. If you want it something like this, just watch your hands. Once it's too small, I'll just chip it off and cut it off. And I think I've just been really used to doing this, so I kind of know when I'm getting close to the edge. Now I'm going to cut this cabbage, which I probably should have done before putting in carrots. But anyway, this is half of a small cabbage. I'm going to cut it in half again. And then with this side here, you want to just slice it as thin as you can. Right down there. And use the rest of it because this will shrink. With the cabbage. Alright, I got my gloves on. First thing I'm going to do is mix up these vegetables here. I find that when you mix the vegetables all together first, it mixes a lot easier versus doing it with the meat. So I do a circle motion to bind everything together. And then I'm going to put in half of my sugar, brown sugar here, half of it, and half of the pepper. Everything, all the ingredients, by the way, are listed in the description box. And 1 egg. The egg helps to bind everything together as well. And then I'm going to put all these sauces in, so I'm going to have my husband pour the sauce in. Let's start with this fish sauce. Just around 8. Come on my hand. soy sauce. Again, I am just eyeballing it here, but I will put all of the ingredients in the description box below. That's good. I'm going to add the meat in. Put it all together. Mix it all in. I usually like to use the chicken because I find that the chicken has less fat and it's not as salty tasting as the pork. But in this case I use pork and chicken because they didn't have that much chicken at the store. And then if you don't use all of this, you can just freeze it. Put it to freeze and then use it next time. So satisfying to do. So I kind of mash it like this. That is done. Next step is to roll it. I'm just going to let it sit for maybe 10-20 minutes so that the ingredients really incorporate in there. Alright, we are now on our second to last step. I'm going to be rolling it. Open the package. Now these ones are the biggest ones, or one of the biggest ones that it comes in. And I usually like peel about 2 to 5 of them at a time because they do dry up fast. And I put all the stuffing into the strainer right here because there's a lot of liquid with the ingredients that I put in, so this way some of it will leak through, and you don't want your spring rolls to be too wet either because it will fly as well. Start with this one. So we want a nice corner. This is the nicest corner, clean corner. I'm gonna grab some of the egg on it to seal it. And then for this size, I want a good heaping spoonful. Spread it. And this is like, it's like making an envelope. So you put this over and pull it down. When you pull it down, you're also spreading it. So it'll be nice and tight. Roll it again. Sorry, once this edge here is kind of parallel to the corners, you want to pull it in like an envelope. And then you press down the middle again, and then all throughout, and roll all the way. There you go. And I usually put the seal part down when I put it on the plate so it stays sealed. And you have it. Okay, so now that our oil is hot, it's on a medium high, we're ready to put in the rolls. Alright, so I put in our oil in here about 2 inches deep, and the rolls are ready to be fried. You want it to bubble up like this when you put it in, but you also don't want it to cook too fast, so according to your stove, So depending on your stove, you want to cook it on medium high to high heat, but you don't want it to crowd the pot or the pan too much, because that will slow down the cooking time. So ideally, I would say 3 to 5 minutes. That should be good. If you feel that it's getting too brown too quickly, that's an indicator that the heat is too high. So you would then turn down the heat a little bit. If it's from high, you put it to medium high, or from medium high to about medium, and just watch it and see how it goes. So 3 to 5 minutes. So it's been about maybe 2.5 minutes. I'm just gonna take a peek at the other side, and it looks like it's getting really nice and crispy. So I'm just gonna flip it a little bit. Usually you don't even need to flip it, because it does sink in all the way. But the bottom of the pan here kind of burns it a little bit. So flipping it is ideal for this pan. Alright, it has now been about 5 minutes. And your spring rolls are ready to be strained out. Here are my spring rolls, guys. So excited. Dipping it in a Thai chili sweet sauce. It's so crunchy and so flavorful. This makes really good appies for a party, or you can eat it in a vermicelli bowl, one of those Vietnamese vermicelli bowls, with the veggies and the sweetened fish sauce and herbs. Or you can even eat it with rice, or just like this, straight up. One thing I have to warn you about, it is extremely addicting. So good. I hope you try this recipe out sometime. I guarantee you will love it. It's life-changing. So thank you for watching. Cheers!